10 dog training tricks in just under 10 minutes. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video blog. I'm going to teach you 10 simple tricks in 10 minutes in today's video. Be sure to watch the way video because I'll reveal some secrets at the end about how to accomplish these activities with any breed of dog. Treat pouch is so simple to make. I'm using my wildebeest treat pouch. It fits my phone in the front flap, holds a ton of treats in the middle, and has a magnet on top, which is why I adore it. Simple to clean and fits perfectly in my pants. CV Peak Stripe and Greenland are the snacks I'm utilizing today. These are my favorite because they're such tiny portions. I believe you guys will be appreciative of this first trick, and it is for what can you completely pray? Yes, we refer to that as offering grace or praying. It's essentially the canine equivalent of bowing down and praying. Furthermore, even though it appears to be a complex trick, there are only a few components, and dogs that know how to sit pretty like him are the finest candidates for it. So when he would put his paws on my arm and we would ask for a sit nice, I would give him goodies, playtime, or praise. Can you then offer prayers? Boy, pray. I would then grab a goodie and put it under here to persuade him to put his nose under my arm. Indeed, and I would give a marker as a reward. Okay, let's get going. If you're still having trouble, I'll offer you 2 more exclusive tips at the end of the video on how to accomplish this with your dog. However, Bentley is quite eager to demonstrate his next talent to you, gently holding his nose. I'm holding him still with a gentle grip, nothing forceful. All I'm doing is that I grab his treat, put it on his nose, and instruct him to stop moving. It's okay that it occasionally falls off, but this is the difficult part. I'll place it on his nose higher up instead. All right, freeze, rabbit now. He first required knowledge of the freeze command. And the most basic way I could teach that was to just ask for a freeze. Indeed. Well done. And I worked my way up, starting quite slowly for brief periods, so I just stood there and froze. Indeed, and I would reward him as long as he remained motionless, which when I first started was about a second. He eventually picked it up quickly because the hacks are so basic. I would acclimate him gradually to having objects placed on his head or nose. I didn't start with treats because, well, dogs will sort of chase after it. I would thus take something not very important, such as a small piece of paper, a note card, a notepad, or anything else not very spectacular. Okay, good job. After working on this for weeks at a time and placing the treat on your dog's nose, you can use the release command to encourage them to reach up and try to take it. Bentley can use it for free, and that lets the dog go try to get the treat and be free. I'll tell you at the end how I got Bentley to try and get the treat by throwing it up in the air and not letting it contact the ground. I have a pretty great tip for that too. However, if this guy is impatient, so I'm trying to move things along quickly, keep him eager to remain in that bed. Here, I'm working with both dogs. Could you spin around? Indeed. Yeah, Ben is feeling lightheaded there. As you can see, I spun Matt in one direction while twirling him in the opposite direction. You can even do this with a puppy because it's so easy. Simply take a treat or their preferred toy, or you can entice them with your hand and move in a circular pattern. Feel free. Indeed. Now that Finn is being like such a wonderful boy, what say you that I give him a turn to participate as well? Is it possible? Indeed, good boy. When Finn was a puppy, he loved jumping up, so that's how I did that. Teaching a dog to perform a behavior on demand is something I enjoy doing because once they learn how to do it on order, they start to think, oh, I should only do that behavior when I'm asked for it because I get rewarded for it. For now, as for the next, enter now. Since it can save lives, is so simple and provides instant satisfaction for both of my dogs, it's my favorite thing I've ever taught them. We call it the Finnegan touch. Sure, make contact. Sure, make contact. Indeed. And holding your hand out like this is the simplest method to teach this. Indeed. Well done. And you bide your time until they give it some thought, but that's good too. Hold it calmly without moving your hand or encouraging them to reach for it. Indeed. And give a reward as soon as that nose makes contact with that hand. Not later, but right away. The command of your marker. The touch command is a foolproof method to encourage your dog to come back to you or to entice them away from anything that might be dangerous if they go off leash or wander out into a remote area and you need them to come back. Let me get my Labrador Bentley back in this bed for the next trick. Well done, boy. Ben had to have his bark marked for me to teach him this. To accomplish this, I had to be prepared, and I responded with a command whenever he barked at something on his own. You can train them to be silent after you have taught them that repeatedly. After he has stopped barking, you may give the order quiet and he will look at you. You then have to wait a short while before responding, yes, good work. Additionally, you're teaching them how to be silent and talk on cue. Therefore, if you tell your dog to stop barking at someone, it will truly have an effect. Here's the next trick. Give me a high five. Indeed. I would therefore hold a toy or treat in one hand and keep my other hand low. Indeed. Well done. I would then give them a treat. I would then raise my hand a little bit. Indeed. Well done, boy. And after that, somewhat higher. Indeed. Well done. Teaching your dog to move from a down to a stand is another helpful tip that many people overlook, but that is worth trying. So I extended my hand up to demonstrate this to the class. Indeed. We've worked on it, so he completed it quickly, and I waited for him to get up. Many dogs will look at your hand and say, "What the heck, Mom?" It's okay, just wait. This will take some time. Get up. Indeed. Well done, boy. What a nice boy that is. Alright, let's use Finn for this one now since I believe he's growing a little weary of waiting. However, you're doing fantastic, my friend, fantastic. Please hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying it thus far and join us in our effort to save all the poor pets. I adore the next one since I can do both while remaining skinny. Could you please? Alright, take a seat now. Indeed. Down. Take a seat. Indeed. Well done. This transition from a sit to a down and back to a sit is known as a puppy push-up. It's a great method to exhaust your dog quickly while they're indoors, and it's also a fun party trick. Let me start by saying that most people, myself included, find it difficult to get their dog to go from a down to a sit, primarily because we don't practice it. Okay, is he able to sit? Well done. Say a prayer. Indeed. Well done. When I first started the video, I assured you that I would share with you a little-known trick for training your dog to catch the treat before it hits the floor and toss it into the air when you place it on their nose. Every time the treat falls to the ground, you can snag it before they can, teaching them that if they don't catch it before it hits the ground, they won't get it. And I'm not saying this to be cruel to them. Rather, it's just a tactic to make them want to attempt to get it as soon as possible and toss it into the air. I'm currently having a giveaway for a free smart dog camera. There will be links to all the information in the description. And feel free to contact me via Facebook or Instagram at Rachel Fusaro if you have any queries or if you want to post some photos of your dogs and tag me in any amazing tricks. My friend, you may watch the video right here to see what I think is the best dog food in the world, as well as the kind of food I give my dogs. And I wish you a wonderful day.